welcome to Flosstube number 8. I'm Kristen, Blue Bonnets and Whiskey, and this is my little one. And she wanted to wave hi. Okay, so before we get started, I wanted to say welcome to my Flosstube channel. This is a channel about cross stitch and some other stuff thrown in. First of all, thank you for all your likes and subscribes. I just realized that I went over 1,000 subscribers, which is crazy when you think about it's just me sitting here talking about my random cross stitching and other random things. So I'm excited. Like I said, thank you. I'm losing my super sophisticated setup of a candle stuck behind my iPad. Okay. First of all, thank you again. Look, it's moving again. Can you guys see? You're slowly looking at my... Okay, as I was saying, welcome to my Flosstube channel. I'm not sure how much of the first part I'm going to include, but whatever, it's fun. It's all fun. So I've hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so yay. And 1,000 subscribers on Instagram, where I am also Blue Bonnets and Whiskey. So that's just, like I said, it's crazy. My kids think I'm famous, which is pretty awesome. Well, my little kids think I'm famous. But what do they know, right? Okay, so let me get started. First of all, the tutorial video that I did for the Berry Bowl Sal sampler piecing linens together, like, went crazy. And everybody was saying how helpful it was. So I'm glad that I filmed it, because I thought surely people will be able to figure out how to do it on their own. And I didn't need to film a crazy tutorial, but I guess it helped. So I was glad that I did it. I'm so excited to have so many people joining us with the Berry Bowl sampler, the Berry Bowl Sal. And I'll get to the, what was it, the giveaway, the chart, kickoff chart, in just a second. But first of all, I wanted to acknowledge some stitchy kindness that I received from, the first thing that I received was from, let's see, Annie, who is the Joy-Filled Stitcher, and she just hit her 1-year Flosstube anniversary. So congratulations, Annie. And yeah, I'm sure you're thinking just the same as I am. I can't believe people wanted to sit around and watch me chat about cross stitch, but here we are. So congratulations on your 1 year. But she showed in one of her videos, I guess she's a member of the Dying to Stitch, one of the clubs, I forget what it's called, and I'm not going to go dig it out. But anyway, I said how cute the chart was, and in the mail, like a week later, she sent it to me. It's a kit, Pineberry Lane, The Witch's Garden is the chart. Isn't it adorable with the cat sitting on the fence? And the crows and the pumpkins, and it's a full kit. So it comes with the linen and all the threads. Here we go. So it is Dying to Stitch. I don't remember what it is. And the finishing fabric for the back. So wasn't that so sweet? I thought that was awesome. And it's just, that's the one thing that I am learning in this world of cross stitch and Flosstube especially, is how generous and kind everyone is. And, you know, as we've all been going through this isolation time and just all the weird and crazy stuff, I feel like our community has really come together and helped with those people that are lonely, or just help bring joy to everyday life. And it just makes me happy to think that I could be a small part of that. So that was one stitchy kindness thing that I had received from Annie. And if you guys haven't seen her channel, she's so happy and cheerful, and it just makes me happy and cheerful to watch her. So the second thing that I received was in the Stitch Mania group on Facebook. Somebody made a post about what's your unicorn chart? You know, what would you love to stitch that you just never got it? You can't find the chart for whatever reason. And I just thought, oh, well, I'll post. It's Berry Time from Blackbird Designs. And I posted, and within, like, I don't know, 30 minutes, someone was messaging me saying, hey, I have the chart and I would love to send it to you. Again, I am just blown away by how sweet and kind people are. So I got it in the mail. Her name is Annette. And she sent me It's Berry Time. And this is also the berry, strawberry is in the chart. I'm so excited to stitch this. Lisa from the Kindred Stitcher did this and turned it into a pillow. Oh, was it over the summer? And I loved it. I fell in love with it then, and I can't wait to stitch it. I think I'm going to stitch it this summer. But, so the only thing that she asked is that when I'm done, I pass it on. So I will. That's going to give me the impetus to stitch it quickly so that I can hurry up and pass it on. So that was Stitchy Kindness. And then the third Stitchy Kindness that I received, 3, I can count. I'm trying to find where I put them. I made piles to be helpful. And now I've lost everything. Was from my friend Becky. Here we go, I found it. And she is Socks for Mum, and I know you've heard lots of people talking about her because her thread keeps are all over the place right now. And so she's part of my virtual stitching group when we stitch together on Tuesday nights via Zoom. And she sent us, let's see, those of us that are doing Consider the Lilies. She sent a Lily of the Valley and Rose's thread keep, which I love Lily of the Valley. They're one of my favorite flowers. And this has my threads for Consider the Lilies. Not nearly as pretty as Nicole's. And then she also sent those of us that are doing the Berry Bowl stitch along. Berry Bowl thread keep. Now this is from Lucy Calcott, and if I get a good picture of one, or one of us gets a good picture of a good berry bowl, we will send it on to her and she will update her thread keeps to have pictures of the berry bowl from the Berry Bowl sampler. So those were from Becky Socks for Mom, and I have to show you, I bought this one too. I bought this one. There's a little pumpkin charm on it, and it has 3 pumpkins, and it says pumpkin patch, pumpkin patch. And there's another one, and I'll show you when I get to it. And then the 4th Stitchy Kindness that I received and couldn't believe was from my friend Jenna, and she used to be a cross stitcher long ago in the day. We went to high school together, and so we are semi-local to one another. And then she does digital scrapbooking through the Project Light app. In fact, she's just started a YouTube channel. I'll link her below, and you guys go check her out and give her some love because she's back to the cross stitch game. And so anyway, she took some of her old Project Life physical cards, which Project Life is just a pocket scrapbooking method where you just tuck the cards in, you tuck the pictures into the pockets. Anyway, so she took her old physical stuff because she uses the app and made some thread keeps, and she sent them to me. She sent me some. Here we go. So they're double-sided. I can pick which side I want to use. And she sent some to me in the mail. Isn't that so sweet? I thought that was nice. And I used some today, and I will show them to you. So that was all the wonderful Stitchy Kindness that I received. And it makes me excited to pass the kindness along myself. So I'm going to start doing that. Okay. I have to stay organized. So moving on. My first thing that I want to talk about is my finishes, my previous finishes that you guys have seen before, but I framed them. How do you like my display here? I framed them. So COVID-19 finishes look a little bit different. I didn't want to go to a framer, so I got on Michael's and did a curbside pickup and had my husband pick it up for me when he was out getting groceries, and then I laced them onto acid-free foam core or matting board, acid-free, whatever, and then framed them in here. And I am going to, well, I'll show you first. This is Love is Little by Lottie Da, and I stitched this one on Weeks Parchment and NPI Silks, and so you can see how sheer that is. You can see shadowing a little bit, like where I couldn't get that thread tucked all the way in, and I'm calling this a whatever because I love it anyway. I was really amazed that I was able to get these lines pretty straight. So what I'm going to do is I don't want to leave it open like this, especially because it's silk. There's no glass on here because I didn't have any spaces or anything. I just framed them and put them up. And I'm going to take it to Michael's and ask them to put conservation glass in there for me and spacers. And then they may have to redo the back, you know, which is fine with me, and seal it and hang the wire. So I think it'll be a lot less than having a custom frame made, but I'll still have the glass that protects the threads and the UV and all that stuff. And I think it'll look much nicer once I get it done. But it was good enough for, you know, quarantine. And then the other one I finished was the coffee bean sampler from Heartstring Samplery. I love this frame. It's so perfect with this. The colors are being washed out just a little bit, but it's whatever. We all say the same. So I personalized this with my initials and my name, so you know my whole name. There's my whole name. And I love it. I'm going to do the same thing with this, though. I'm going to see if I can get them to, I laced it to acid-free mat board, and I'm going to see if I can get her to cut conservation glass and put spacers in, and then she'll have to, you know, tape off the back, which is fine. But I think for, you know, just an off-the-rack frame, this one fit really well, I think. This is an 8 by 10 frame, I believe. And the other one is 11 by 14, and it came with a mat in it that made it like 8 by 10, but I just took the mat out. So there you go. That's a way you can save money. I'll let you know how the pricing is for just the glass and the spacers, and, you know, as compared to custom framing. All right, so Berry Bowl Sal. Super excited. I'm going to show you my progress first, and then I will do the kickoff giveaway. So I'm doing Stitchenia. The Berry Bowl sampler is my focus piece for the month of May, and then every Friday I am starting a new start for a holiday upcoming in the rest of the year. That way I can get my holiday stitching started. And so I've been focusing on the Berry Bowl sampler all week, and then on Friday I started a new start. So I will show you where I am. I'm a very slow stitcher, and I haven't had much time, but I am in love. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm trying to get the best color. These linens are fantastic. So this one right here is enormous. I mean, it's the size of my palm. It's huge. And I did this one last night, and I did this little tiny one this morning. So I've been working on the Scarlett House side. This is the one I've done for the Beth Twist side. But I love them. Love them, love them. These look like gumballs to me. Don't they look like gumballs? And that little bird, that little blackbird is over 1. These are all over 1 stitches, which I like over 1 stitching. I know people don't, but I really do. So that is my progress. I'm stitching, let me tell you, because somebody's going to ask. I'm stitching these on XJU Designs linen. This side is gray sand. It's 36 count because I wanted it to fit in the 12 by 12 frame. And that's actually pretty representative of the color. And this one is called Birdcage. It's also 36 count by XJU Design. And if you want to know how to piece your linens together, I filmed a tutorial, so check that out. And so I've already drawn, because I didn't know how I was going to show you who I drew and still film. So I went ahead and drew. I put closed on my last video, so hopefully no one else thinks that they still have an opportunity, because you don't. So this is the chart, the Berry Bowl sampler. It is a collaboration between Heartstring Samplery, Beth Twist, and the Scarlett House, Tanya Brackemeyer, which, by the way, she's been commenting on my stuff, and I'm like, fangirl, I can't believe you're commenting on my stuff. So I'm giving away one of these charts, and it is going to come directly from Christine. We're co-hosting this stitch along. Somebody said they should be called start alongs. Start along and never finish. Start along. That's what we do. We all start along. Anyway, I'm giving one of these away. It's going to come directly from Christine. So I will comment on your comments, and then you can message me, and I will give her your information to ship the chart. Yeah, so without further ado, I'm very distracted today. I drew, we had 56 original comments with the word mania in them, M-A-Y-N-I-A, and the winner is the Perfectly Imperfect Stitcher. And she says that she's doing a monogamous mania start. Lady of the Flag all month long. So that one's gorgeous. If I was ever tempted by Mirabilia, that's the one. So this will be coming to you as soon as you get back to me. I'll comment on your comment, but you can, I'll try to put my email too. Alrighty then. I'm going to totally lose that chart because I just chucked it and I'll be looking for it in my bag. So let's move on to what I'm working on. I showed you the berry bowls. The next thing, my very first Friday, I didn't do it the first Friday of May because May started on like, what, a Wednesday? And that was like 2 days. So I waited until the following Friday and I started my start for the 4th of July. It's in a little bag I made. And my start for the 4th of July was by Threadwork Primitives. It's called All American Fin. I love it. You'll recall I'm doing a whale mania. Well, at least 2 of my charts. Guys, look at him. He's just so cute. Okay. So I did some color changing. I changed the black that it called for, Black Crow, to Abbott. I changed it to Midnight. Sorry, guys. My dog is very territorial over squirrels. He does not like squirrels in his yard. And we have so many squirrels right now. Okay, so I'm stitching this on 36 count H Hazelnut by XJU Designs, which I adore. It reminds me of Week's Straw. And here is my start. I got this little corner done. I wish I could get the colors. Here we go, kind of the same. And I noticed when I stopped, look, I forgot to backstitch that last. Whatever, I'll catch it. So that's all I've gotten done. I wanted to start on the whale, but yeah, that wasn't happening. My dad has been in and out of the hospital, and so he's been a little bit crazy with me running back and forth and just, you know, having kids at home and doing school and all that kind of stuff. You guys all know what it's like right now. So that's my July 4th holiday start. And then I moved on the next Friday to Nantucket Broom Ride. There it is. Everything's in piles. This is supposed to keep me organized. This one was by Socks for Mom. This was from Becky. And she's not making bags anymore. But I was in her club for a little while. So here's the chart. And I know a lot of people have, not a lot. Laura, Maud and Mozart. Laura and Brenda and the sampler stitcher and the serial starter, Brenda and Laura. You guys all know who I'm talking about. For some reason my brain isn't connecting the names. Anyway, she showed this. It's great. I didn't do the PDFs. I actually bought the charts directly from her because I'm getting sick of PDFs. I have too many. So anyway, I'm gonna show it one more time because the whale on the sloshy sea and the upside down little land and this, I just love it. So I did a complete color conversion on it because I think it calls for witchelt linen, and I did PTP Meyer in, what do I do, 36 count? I think it's 36 count. So let me get this. And while I'm pulling this, guys, can we talk about how you can stitch on whatever you want to stitch on? You can stitch on Aida. You can stitch on burlap for all I care. I just know that I like to stitch on linens that I can use one thread, that I can do 1/2 because I'm lazy. And when I do 2/2 or 2/1 or 2 over anything, I have to lay my threads because they have to be perfect. And so I have to use a thread laying tool and it takes me so much longer. And I'm lazy. And I'm a slow stitcher. So I like to use fabrics that I can use one thread. That's just all there is to it. So again, stitch on whatever you want. I don't care. Here's mine. PTP Meyer. This is gonna be really hard to see. I was concerned at first when I started that it would get lost, but because this whale is going to be filled in, it'll be fine. You'll see it. So I have a little tiny start on the sea. I love these colors. I did the witch. See her little ruby slippers? And I'm just working on outlining the whale so I can just fill it in. And he's got a little eye that goes right here. And then I'll finish. I just wanted to get onto the whale. So I did a complete color conversion with my Color and Cotton threads. And I keep saying that I'm gonna post my colors, and I will. The problem is one or two of them, get this one right here, they don't have a name. I get them as like grab bags or something, and I don't have a name for it. So I think I know what this is. I gotta find the name, and there's one more that I don't have a name for. It's like one of the greens, and I'm gonna try and match it up to some of the other ones that I have and see. But I love it. When I get done with Mania, I think that's the one I'm gonna work on. Although I should make myself do the fin, All-American fin. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Oops, forgot to put the chart in there. The next thing that I, after Berry Bowl this weekend, this weekend starts today, later today, will be Strutting Tom from Lindy Stitches. She's the one that came up with the Stitchenia idea, and so I had to stitch one of her charts. So I'm doing Strutting Tom. I had the kit that she put out at Market, and I pulled it out. You know, I just tucked it in my project bag thinking, okay, I got everything in here. Well, I pulled it out this morning and looked at it, and I thought, it calls for 6 DMC colors that aren't in there. So I have 2 of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll see. I've tried to look at the Color and Cotton fibers that I have, but that was too much work this morning. So if I can't find them elsewhere, that's what I'm gonna start later today. I'll do what I can. Which leads me in to my last whip was Waiting for the Harvest. And I don't know if you will recall the Marjorie Massey piece that I was doing with Color and Cotton Bargello, just the single. I was doing one color for the whole thing, but it was very variegated between orange to burgundy. And so I finished that, and I was kind of missing having that simple one color stitch that I could pull out and just work on easily. And so I decided that I was gonna start this one, and I got this from Christine, Hollis Hands Create. Waiting for the Harvest. This is Blackbird design. It's a Reward of Merit pin cushion. And I pulled out some fabric that I had dyed and a Color and Cotton variegated color. This is called Autumn Bouquet. I'm trying to show you on white. Maybe you can see the colors. There we go. It goes from like a dusty purple to an olivey green gray. It's really pretty in person. It's a very subtle variegation, but it's beautiful. And I am stitching this on fabric that I dyed myself. It's Zweigart for the outlets, which is what I call Hobby Lobby Zweigart because it's not as nice. I think it's 32 count, but I'm still stitching it 1/2 because I told you I hate that. And that's my progress. And I love it. It's not quite as peaceful as the last stitch that I was doing because it's hard to stitch on this color. It's darker, but it's still fun. I love it so much. So Autumn Bouquet. That's another one y'all need to get from Angela at Color and Cotton. Tell her I sent you. I don't get a kickback, I swear, you guys. I just love her stuff so much. Okay. So that's that. That's my whips. That's all I've been working on. And in fact, I haven't even pulled that one out in like a week or two. So let's move on to what I would like to now call stash investment. I'm not going to call it haul. I'm not going to call it stash acquisition. I'm going to call it investment because I'm investing in myself. I'm investing in my time. I'm growing my talents, and I'm improving my mental health by working on these projects and having a hobby that helps bring me solace and that connects me to so many wonderful people. So this is now called stash investment, people, because we are investing in ourselves, okay? You can take that and use it wherever you like, okay? I'm going to share that. Stash investment. All right. So the first thing, I've been trying to up my bags, my project bag, because I had some of those plasticky ones with the zipper, which is great. I just don't like, it's a tactile thing for me. The sound of them and the way they feel was really bothering me. So I decided I was going to get a bunch of project bags and then just be done. So I have all the project bags I need. I can't have more whips than project bags. And so this is it. We're just going to move from here. Okay, so the first ones I got were Love You More Studio Co. I'm going to show you these really quickly. They have two sizes. They're book sleeves. They have standard and full. And so I bought 2 of the standard and 2 of the full. Let's see. I used the code Bendy10, I think it is, which is Michelle Garrett's. She's a rep. And so you get 10% off when you use the code. So here's one. It has little bee things all over it. What do I have in here? Oh, I have my Tudor Rose. Look. Our little Tudor Rose Guild Tudor Rose bee for our 20th anniversary, because I figured it fit the bees. And then I got this one. I love these. What are these? Coneflowers, echinacea, and the big fuzzy bumblebee. And that one has the one that I received from Annie, Joyful Stitcher, because it's a witch. It's a witch's garden. I mean, this is a garden. And echinacea is an herb, and witches make herbal tinctures. So there you go. It worked in my mind. And then the full-size ones, and I'll show you the difference real quick. Here, I got this one. So here is standard, and here's full. Now this fits the little half-page charts, and this fits a full-size chart. And I don't have one right here to grab and show you. So that one, and this one I love. Amy loves toads. You would love this one. There's little toads all over it. Isn't that cute? Little froggers. So this is full size as well. They don't have projects in them. They're empty, but they're waiting for a project. The next one I got was let's see. Diddly Daddle Designs. Here we go. Diddly Daddle Designs. And I'll show you. The first one I received from her. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I feel like I'm always touching my nose. Here we go. I have to finish before my husband gets home because it's embarrassing to film while he's here. Okay. So I ordered... Oh, no. Stay. I ordered this one. Was her standard size because I just love it. I'll put something patriotic or samplery in here. And I love how she has these big button, covered button type fobs. They're like little macarons. Okay, so that one. And then I ordered this new size that she put out. She calls it in-hand stitching. And it is perfect for a half chart. Okay, so here's the standard size. And here's the in-hand size. And these are so easy to just tuck in your purse. So I ordered those, and then when I got it, I decided that I loved this so much, I asked her if she could do a custom order. And she said, sure. And I said, show me some of your fabrics. So she did. So I bought this one, which has the Strutting Tom chart in it. Look at this. It's like a little vendor cart. What is he selling? Popcorn? Roasted peanuts? I don't know. And then there's a little Model T. Or horseless carriage. I don't know. What's a carriage? And I got this one. Isn't that so pretty? Be cute for little samplers. And this one with the little birdies on it. And then this one. So I love these. I'm so excited for that size. So that's, I always say her name wrong, Diddly Daddle Designs. And she's really quick too. But she always puts up, if you follow her Instagram, she posts there when she's putting new things into her shop on Etsy. And then I ordered 2 more from Mary Rose Creations. I got the Sugar Skull Ladies. This is one of her 2 pocket bags. So the front's clear. I like it, especially for big projects with a lot of threads or a big linen, like my Shakespeare's Peddler, A Savior's Praise is in one of these. So I was thinking about putting Halloween Quaker in here when I started it, but the inside is polka dots. I love this one. And then just, this is her new larger size. It's 14 by 13. It's just one vinyl pocket and it's coffee. It's all coffee stuff. I love coffee. I'm sure I'll have a coffee chart at some time to do. So, I mean, it's almost exactly the same size as the double pocket one. So those are from Creations by Mary Rose on Etsy. And then I'm dropping my things everywhere. Then I got amazingly lucky and snagged 2 of these. Do we recognize who this is by? House of Stitch and Stash. Has a big handle. And these are big. And then the blue house one. So I was super excited about that. I have no idea what projects are going to go in here. But, I mean, let's see the size difference here between one of these. It's a lot bigger. So I'm sure I will find something to go in there. You guys are going to watch me bend over 80 times before I'm through. Okay, and the last part of my stash investment. Let's see. First of all, I ordered from Christine because it's how you do. Gotta support your dealer during this time. And her orders come with these project cards. And you guys just make an order from her just so you can get some of these. I love this. It gives you your chart name, the designer fabric thread notes or linen notes, when you started it, when you finished, if you're stitching or starting along with someone, how you finished it, all of that stuff. You can write down which needle you're using, all that cool stuff. So I love these. These are fabulous. She needs to start like doing a pack of them. Do a pack of 20. That'd be great. Okay, Christine? All right. So I got this. I don't speak. I speak Cajun French some, like a car commercial, but that's about it. Jolie fleur, whatever. I'm not even trying, guys. But look at that. Isn't that awesome? The little urn with the beautiful flowers in it. I love that. And I got this one because I love everything autumn. And that little pumpkin house is so sweet. I think Christine started this too. I think that's where I saw it and thought, I should get that. And Kathy Barrick, because we have to have all of those. October 31st. Look at the pumpkin pile and the owl and the little bats up there with the golden eyes and the cat with the curly tail. I love it all. Love everything about it. Ooh, there's a snake at the bottom. Look at that snake. I didn't notice that before. And the key. So I had to get that one. And I want this one. I'm doing one every once in a while. I'm grabbing one with an order. Loose Feathers. These have been reprinted. So this is the summer one because I figured I would start with it someday when I start. And then we were all stitching together and enabling each other in our virtual stitchy group, and they were talking about Jane Fittis. So I had to run along and purchase it. Hello to the little parrot down here. Look at that sucker. I just adore that. And there's a cat, and there's another little bird. And look at his, he looks really surprised. Woo! I just love it. Hey, and there's a doggy down there. It's adorable. I had to get this one. I don't like start it in 10 years from now, but this is an investment, remember? We're investing in ourselves, in our hobby. And then this 1804 stitchery, I think, yes. I picked this up, one of the Anna Waite designs, Blooms and Butterflies. And I thought that was beautiful. It's like purples and burgundies and blacks and dusty greens. Really pretty. Okay. Then I ordered from Extra U Designs. She's in the Netherlands or Hungary. I don't know. Her stuff comes out of the Netherlands. And I thought it was lost. I had 2 orders. One I ordered is still AWOL But this one finally arrived, and I wanted to show you because it's adorable. I ordered my first 56 count linen. This is called Ash Rose, and I'm going to open it so you can see it. Sorry. Once again, where did she go? This is a bigger piece. So it's a very pink with just a slight subtle modeling of gray on it. Now I will say, I love that I got 56, and this was the only 56 count that she had when I went, and I wanted to try it out. I'm not sure that I love the color. So I may overdye this just because I thought it was more of a gray from the picture, and that's fine. I just, I don't really have much need for pink. I don't know. We'll see. So that's Ash Rose. And then I got a 32 count. Why? I hate stitching 2/2, but whatever. And this one is called My Little Dove. It's almost like a really soft chambray blue. Really pretty. And then this she sent along. I got some threads too. I didn't pull those to show just because I couldn't find them. And so she sent this little teeny linen. It is 46 count lamb's wool. She sent it as a sample. You guys, look at this. It is so cute. I need to find something teeny to stitch on it, but I almost want to just keep it because it's like mini linen. It's for my dollhouse. I could stitch a little mini sampler over one for my daughter to put in her American Girl dollhouse. Is that's a bit much, isn't it? But I could. It would be perfect, actually. Oh boy, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Can you imagine a little tiny sampler hanging on the dollhouse on the win? Okay, so when I say American Girl dollhouse, my husband built it. It's like 6 feet tall by 4 feet wide. It's enormous. Okay, Victorian. I'm doing that. Send me your suggestions in the comments. Give me suggestions of a good sampler. I don't know what size is that. It's like 4 by 6. Not even. It's almost 4 by 6, like a picture, the size of a picture. I mean, look at these project cards. So it's just a little bit. It's about that size, but a little bit longer. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna do that. I'm doing that. Okay. So I'm in the Victorian Motto Sampler White Linen Club of the month, and I do 40 count and 46 count. I do a fat quarter of 40 count and a fat 8 of 46 count. I told you I'm going to bump it up, and I just forgot to email her. But this one was this most recent one, Vintage Sampler. And you guys, I'm sure you've seen this before already. It is the perfect color. It's showing up really cool on this, but it's not. It's warmer. And it is so beautiful. Look at that. This is just the perfect color to stitch a sampler on. I love it. Love it. Let's see. Let me see if I can get the color better for you guys. The white works good. Hey, look at that. So there you go. It's a lot warmer. Very pretty. And then the other one is, it doesn't have a name. It's unnamed, but it is also pink. It's got pink. It's not quite as bright, but it's really close to that. Very pretty though. I'm sure I can come up with something to stitch on that. So that one's 46 count. And then I got my fabric of the month from Color and Cotton, and it is called Cottage Stone. I'm doing 36 count. I need to switch over to 40 because I keep forgetting. There we go. Not switch, but you know, purchase 40. She said when I went to go switch, that's why I hadn't yet. This one's a good neutral. Gosh, it's a great neutral. When I went to purchase the 40 count one, she said that she didn't have any more 40 count Newcastle to dye. Zweigart, you know, everything is sort of, the supply chain has broken down with all of this. And so she didn't have, because Zweigart comes from Germany, I believe. So she was waiting on that's coming. I don't know if she has or not. Update. You just have to check her site. But, so that's what I want to switch mine to. And then I'm in the Crazy Annie's Picture This Plus monthly club. I was trying to beef up my linen stash. I'm going to have to shut that off after this year, but it's an investment. So the ones that I got, I'm in the 40 count neutral and the 36 count color, I think is what it is. So the 40 count that I got this month is Regency, which is beautiful. I'd never seen this one before. It's like a greenish color. It reminds me of Color and Cotton Tea Leaves. I think it's a little bit more modeled though. And that's what I've noticed with Picture This Plus. They seem to have a lot of modeling in there. So if you don't like that, you just really have to, you know, find one that doesn't have as much distinct modeling. And this one's Harmony. It's 36 count Harmony. It's really pretty. Like a purpley, a soft burgundy. Would you call it that? Soft burgundy. It's not quite as saturated as it's showing. It's a little more dusty. It's really pretty though. I think it's great. So that's what I got. That's all I have for you today. And, oh, I'm seeing something out of the corner of my eye that I want to show you. Guys, this is, and I can't remember if I showed it or not already. This is from Diddly Daddle Designs. This is her Notions pouch. Let me make sure. Okay. I was going to say, I want to make sure that's who it's from, but I'm pretty sure this is. I may have shown it before. Isn't it great? I like how it zips up the middle. It's really well made. And I just keep my needles, an extra pair of cheaters, a ruler in case I have a start, and then a pair of scissors. And then, oh, there's another thing of needles in here. These are Bowen needles. These are the Peacemakers. I switched over to Peacemaker needles and I really do like them. I stitch with 28s mostly. So there you go. But that goes, just shove it in my purse. So I always have this stuff with me. And that way if I'm out and about and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot scissors, well I have it in here. Or oh shoot, I forgot my readers, well at least I have those in there. That's it for me, folks. Thanks for watching. No, really, thank you for watching, and thank you for your likes and your wonderful comments and all of your prayers for my dad. And I appreciate it all so much, and it brings me such joy to be a part of this community. Invest in yourselves, and y'all have a great day. Bye.